made the best experience when these avicularias have a space on the top right or left corner directly bordering the ceiling of the enclosure. Like place any structure, cork bark, whatever, but make it touch the corners and the top ceiling of the enclosure. They will settle in quickly and live a good life.
According to reports on the NFL's at Auburn tonight, we have 22.
There we go. Okay, Google, stop. Hello. Thank you, Martin, for that advice. If you guys aren't familiar with Martin, he's actually my co-host on Both World Tarantulas podcast, and he also has his own really cool channel. I will link his newest video down below. But yeah, that's not why we're here today. Today is a very special day. It's a long-awaited day. If you follow me on my other social medias, which if you don't, these are where you can find me, then you already know that Chai has had her babies and they are looking so cute. I have been a little quiet about it because jumping spider slings are notorious for just not making it for whatever reason. I think it's just because they're so tiny and it's just really difficult to get them all to survive. In fact, I think it's probably impossible because a lot of cannibalism goes on and stuff like that between them. Yes, jumping spiders actually eat a lot of other kinds of spiders. That's why their vision's so good. They prey on other predators. Chai has had her babies. They have all been growing really well. I've been watching them very carefully because I don't want them to bust out of that nest and escape. They're in an exoterra, so they could definitely escape once they come out of the nest. And I think they are right on the cusp of doing it. So Chai is still being very protective. She's still on top of the nest, but they have become very mobile. They're moving around a lot. They're wiggling a lot. And I think they're getting to the point where it's time to almost start feeding them. And I feel really bad for removing them because Chai has been such a good mama. She has been guarding them. She has not been leaving her nest at all, but we need to get them out. So first we're going to actually put them in a deli, and I'm going to keep that in there probably for another molt before I actually separate them. So that will probably be a video here shortly. But in the meantime, we just need to get them out of the exoterra into their own container where I can kind of make sure they're hydrated, make sure they start eating and molting and doing okay. And it's just going to be better this way. So I guess let's get right into it. All of the babies. Check all of those out. There are so many and they have little legs and they wiggle. So I already feel really bad because I know that Chai is very protective of them. She has been putting more and more webbing down actually. So it seems like anytime the webbing starts to break a little bit or anytime they try to get out, she starts webbing it up more and more and more. Oh my God. You're okay, Chai. Oh my God, I feel so bad. Oh, okay, she's really scared down there. I'm gonna leave her alone while she hides. Okay, so now we gotta get all of these babies. Oh my gosh, there's so many. How am I gonna get this out? Oh my God. There's so many little spiders, you guys. Okay, you see them all? I don't know where to like grab without like accidentally hurting one. It's like the hardest part. So the rest of these, I'm literally just using my fingers because I don't want to hurt them. They're all, oh, they're all wiggling. This is just what I'm gonna do. They're so little. See how little they are? Oh my god, this is the most tedious thing I've ever done. So all we're doing is grabbing them with the paintbrush very gently and then carefully letting them go in there. So this is going to be very tedious as well. See all these little ones moving? Those look like the good ones. Okay, these look good. So we're gonna move all of these into here. See, this is just like a mess. It's just a clump of them. Here are all these little wigglies. So these ones all respond when I poke them. So these are all alive for now. Yeah, let's try getting some of these out. Okay, good sign, good sign. Wiggly ones. Okay, so I double checked on Chai and she seems okay. She definitely is startled. I'm gonna leave her alone and I'll probably drop a cricket in there later or tomorrow. Her abdomen, ever since she laid her egg sac, her abdomen has been a little shrivelly, which is obviously not what I want, but it's probably from laying eggs. And although I have fed her crickets since then and I think she's eaten them, it still looks kind of shrivelly. So I'm gonna give her a good mist and then I will try feeding her. The reality is though that she is old and she just laid an egg sac and that's a lot of work. So, you know, we'll see how she does and I will report back on how she's doing. She is right down here, which you can't really see really good, but if you were wondering though, the father is right here. He is still alive, surprisingly. And then I was gonna feed the babies, but I decided that they are still super duper teeny tiny. And although I got extra small fruit flies, I think I'm gonna give them a couple more days just to see how they do. I went ahead and switched them to this container and kind of picked through what looked good and what didn't look good. There were a couple that were not moving, so I just checked them and I don't think that they're gonna survive, so I took those ones out. I've got this paper towel in here. It's only slightly moist, just enough to where it's not going to grow mold, but it still has a little bit of dampness to it. Only on one side though. And I am going to try to keep them in a warmer place, so we will see who survives. I'm sure there's gonna be some cannibalism, but that's natural, that's nature, and that's how it is. So there might be a little bit of that, but once they get a little bit bigger, that's when we will be separating them. Before I do that though, I will feed them. So I will update you guys, of course, on all of that. I know a lot of you guys are asking how you can get a baby. Fact of the matter is a lot of jumping spider slings just do not survive. I've been cautioned by so many people not to count as many as I have and expect that many to actually grow. I've been warned by several different breeders, and that's why I kind of was a little quiet about them, you know, developing and everything. I didn't want to get anybody's hopes up, and I knew that a lot of people would be asking for them, and it's a little challenging, I guess, to raise them up, especially when they're this small and fragile. So I will keep you guys updated. I will do my best to get as many survivors as we can. Of course, I want to raise them up and keep a few as myself. So, oh, and the ones that do end up surviving, I actually do have plans for them. You will be able to buy them if, you know, we do have enough. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. But in the meantime, we're just going to focus on trying to get these survivors up into a more stable size.
The next day.
Just a quick update. It is the next day. First of all, it looks like Martin was right about putting this piece of cork up here. Not sure how good you can see, but it actually worked. It actually built its web like up here in the corner exactly like he said. So that's pretty awesome. But anyway, here are the slings. Yeah, this paper towel, I put that there just in case, but I'm actually going to put some like nylon there Everybody is looking pretty good. Everybody wiggles when you touch them. It's, yeah, if you just kind of like poke in here, they start wiggling around. So very, very clumsy, very fragile. But yeah, they're all just kind of doing what they were doing with Mama, just sitting there and focusing on growing. Look at how cute they are though. I really like them, and I'm really hoping we get like a decent amount of survivors. But I'm trying not to get my hopes up, and I really don't want you guys to either. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes. And here is Chai today. So she is acting a little bit more lively. But I definitely feel bad because obviously I took her babies, so she's just kind of up here like just hanging out. And I did drop a cricket in there. I don't see the cricket anymore, so I think she might have eaten it, but I'm gonna drop another in there just in case because I really would like it if she would eat. Now I have heard that jumping spiders can double clutch. I don't know if that's something that we can expect from her. Like I said, she is pretty old, but we did get multiple good pairings out of her. So maybe, but I wouldn't get my hopes up over it. However, I am super duper happy to see her walking around and exploring again. She hasn't really left this spot over here in like a month. So yeah, it's good to see her out and about. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram to use probably way too much. It's at Tarantula Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a Patreon podcast and a Teespring. It is all linked down below, and I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet picks.